Welcome, guys, to every Saturday here at WFBR between the hours of 11 and 12 in the morning. Me and Kingsley at the Tyrone album, we strive to bring power, dignity, and class back to our folks. Class is missing. I'm always say that every show. Like school on Easter tomorrow. School been out all week. Spring break. School on Easter, no class. Matter of fact, Easter ain't even classy the way it used to be. I was going to talk about that real fast. Easter used to be a classy day for us, King. Not for the, it was for the religious day. Our people went to church and everything, and it was all about that. But we showed a little real class on Easter. Our children was dressed up. We dressed our children up and things of that nature. And, we made sure that everybody looked good on Easter and Easter Monday, King. You used to have a sweatsuit and tennis on Easter Monday day, dress down day. It was a dress down day. But definitely Easter was a dress up day.
Easter was Slippery Earl Day.
It was Slippery Earl Day, King. You know what I mean? I just wanted to bring that out, man. Again, I go back to my class thing, man. Again, King, we're going to start off with the tragedy here in Baltimore that just happened. We all seen it. We watched the news all week. Our condolences go out to the families here at WFBR 1590. Our condolences go to the families, King, of all of those young men who went down, King. Man, horrible scene, man. I don't know if y'all really seen it when the cars were on the bridge. And when they went down, you seen the cars go just like a movie almost. Oh, my goodness. Boy, that had to be horrifying, King. Oh, man. I heard one clip that someone called from under the water. I heard that I'm not sure for that, but I heard that someone was calling under the water. You know what I mean? Wow. I say to all those families, our hearts and prayers go out to the family members and the first responders and, you know what I mean, King, and all of the folks that, came out, man. And, I guess we say Maryland Strong, I guess, Baltimore, Maryland Strong. We showed our fortitude, man, going out there and getting this done, man, getting the people. They taking care of the workers down at the dock that's not going to be getting paid for maybe about a month or so or better. You know what I mean? That's a lot of steel there, King. So they opened up a special unemployment line. Can I call that, King? It's only for them, huh? Okay, I got you, King. I got you. I seen the way you didn't answer that, but I got you, yo. But again, man, what a horrible scene, man, to all of the folks, man. Again, I say, man, prayers go out, man, King.
I know, tragedy upon tragedy. I got one of my own, my cousin who I was telling you about, Michael Irvin, he passed yesterday. And my family, we lost a good one, So to everybody on that Irvin tree and who branched off from that Irvin tree, my condolences go out to the family, the immediate, and all of us that are out here on the branches. Mike, we loved you, and we still do, and we're going to miss you. You were a good one.
Thank you, brothers. Again, I say, man, wow. Had a real emotional week, King. We have a tragedy in the city, and we have an argument on Facebook.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring that out.
Yeah.
You like the way I said that, huh?
Yeah.
We have a tragedy in the water and an argument on Facebook.
Yeah, well, that was a tragedy on Facebook as well.
I believe the tragedy on Facebook was almost damn near worse than the tragedy in the water, King.
Well, yeah.
They rivaling each other, wasn't it?
Well, it was a movie. We saw the bridge fall, and we saw a mayor fall right behind.
Yeah, right behind him. King, again, I say, man, he talked to strangers. That's what he did, huh?
Yeah, he replied to strangers.
He replied to the whispers of strangers.
He showed his maturity.
Yes. You heard what I said. He replied to the whispers of strangers.
Well, Ty, for the past couple of weeks, I've been saying something about the vaginification of men. It was directly on display when he responded. He's the laughing stock of the nation.
King.
I'm sorry, Ty.
King, no, you good. I'm King. I was trying to say what he did, Mo. Is that he tried to create the narrative again, y'all. That's the way I'm going at.
Okay.
Again, First thing he created was black on black. I mean, racist against black man.
Well,
what he said?
He said that.
Give it to me, kid.
He said that what they're afraid of. They said that I was a DEI hire.
Yeah, explain that, King.
Yeah, I was a diversity, equity, and inclusion hire.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Instead, I am something elected incumbent.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And how these people have been, frightened or scared of how us young men, as young black men, and how we came to this country, and my black skin has scared them and has made them petrified.
And he went as far as to say that they doing everything short of calling him the N-word.
Everything is short of calling him the N-word.
I mean, we have a bridge collapse. Families and men underwater calling underwater for help. And the last thing you could do is come up with some...
To defend yourself.
To defend yourself.
Against people who you don't even know.
Against the whispers. Again, we said, King...
And I like how you said that, whispers.
King, because we were taught, again, I said, King, what was the first thing we were taught when our parents let us go down the street? Not to talk to who?
Not to talk to strangers.
Not to talk to strangers. Damn it, if our man fall victim right there, he talking to strangers. And he got on a black platform. That would made it seem even better. See, because he had this young black girl up there narrating.
Well, yeah.
And,
so we got to call her.
Yes, that's why I wanted to bring her.
Because she's out there on MSNBC, that Joy Reid character.
Yes.
And I call her character because everything that comes out of her mouth is racist.
Yes.
What I don't understand about her is, how is it that everything is a racist and you people have navigated through all of this racism to become millionaires and in these prominent positions, but everything that
you guys
gonna
be faced with racism.
Exactly.
Basically, what she's saying, right?
She, every time you turn around,
I'm
like, they keep, all are creating this victimhood that does not exist in this black community that you are trying to put out there. Yeah. And it is because you are what's the word I'm looking for? You're disconnected from the reality of real black plight.
So, again, we actually talking again, we said again, we always talk about the perch on the hill, and we talk about the perch on the hill and all that type stuff, King,
Yeah.
But again, we saying, man, we looking at this the same mess. I mean, you get into an argument with strangers.
But again, when you're disconnected from real black plight, that's what you do. You get out there, you exhibit characteristics of total weakness.
Emotional rampage, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Ray down the street said that, your car messed up, man.
Yeah.
They don't like the color of it.
They don't like color of it.
Yeah. How you feel about it?
Yeah.
What?
What do you feel? Well, I like the color.
Is it his car or yours?
It's my car.
Yeah, but he don't like it, Ty. I mean, you supposed to have feelings about that, right?
Yeah, King.
See, this is what's holding the black community down, because we get so emotional about dumb stuff, and now we wanna big our chests up.
Yeah.
Now we got a problem with this and that.
Yeah.
We have to show our pretend manhood through words, and all you shown was the vaginification that I've been talking about, which is taking place. You, as the mayor, was supposed to ignore that comment. And stick to the script. Man, I got people, citizens of my city, who died. Y'all want to talk about this?
Yeah.
I'll deal with that. I'll double back to that.
Yeah.
But right now, this press conference is about the people who lost their lives, and answer any serious questions as to what happened with the bridge.
You ever pay attention, like when you watch Meet the Press and Face the Nation?
Yes.
And you had one of the senators of the Congress up there, and the narrator be drilling them for this one question, just like you just was saying. I mean, he was drilling them. But that senator and congressman is so savvy that he knows how to answer it without answering, and with a smile and everything in the same thing.
Well, Kyle, I understand the question that you're asking.
Yeah, but I'm just asking this though.
But due to the fact that
thank you.
The precipitation caused the rain, and the rain caused this flood,
what I'm talking
and
about.
the flood stopped our progress from our car moving forward. But Kingsley, I asked you about the presidential race.
I just told you about what I'm saying. But
okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. See, it prohibited me from making the trip that I needed to make to pass out the ballots and deal with the children who are crying at the bottom of the river.
How to be savvy? It's just savviness when you in the moment. When you're in the moment, you have to learn how to be savvy.
It's called savviness, but I'm old school. I just call it, a quick on your feet lie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but go quick on your feet lie.
Quick on your feet lie. You got to be quick on your feet. You know what I mean? So I get it, because you're asking me a question that I know if I answer is going to be detrimental to my career.
Well, King, you're right, King. But I'm a piggyback on something we seen on the way here.
Okay.
We seen when we were on the way here, we seen what was that, a sobriety check or
the sobriety check.
What was that down there?
On Ritchie Highway.
On Ritchie Highway, to all people coming up Ritchie Highway, to all because see, again I said this is the city of assailants.
Yes.
Now, the new police initiative is to break out more police and start pulling over more cars.
Yes.
Okay? Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning, there are usually a bunch of taxpaying citizens that come out on Saturdays and go to the markets, go to the store, they're off, just to drive, to have a drive maybe.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be subjected to this sobriety point possibly and pulled over. But the city of assailants, I go back to that.
Well, they just went to sleep, Ty.
They just went to sleep.
So it's okay for,
So you get me?
The sobriety check.
So basically what I'm saying, King, is that all of these new laws, all of these new things are basically designed to come get me and you.
Yes.
Normal taxpaying citizens.
Well, Ty, I've been telling you that.
And the assailants are getting a pass, help, a pass, and some more things, right?
Well, Ty, they doing more than that. They giving them money.
They giving them money?
They taking the money from me and you and giving it to them.
A stipend, huh?
Wraparound services. That's the word for it. You wanted to talk about that.
But talk about wraparound services. Yeah, we talked about that this week at the table. We were sitting down and wraparound services. All right, this young man needs wraparound services. What the devil is that?
Well, you want me to tell you what their meaning of it is?
You give me their meaning real quick. Give it to me real quick.
Well, their meaning of wraparound services is a young man or woman who seem to have fallen off of the right path, have taken a path of destruction, and we're going to give them all kinds of housing, schooling, financial stipends, housing, like I said, transportation, any and everything that they need to get them to
be a good citizen.
To try to be a good citizen in these streets.
Okay.
That's what the wraparound services are supposed to be for.
Withdrawing. Listen, here we go with a new word. You hear saying wraparound services. It used to be community building service. A community hall where you went at.
Community services.
Again, we go with the changing of words to make it sound like it's something special or different. Well, this is the wraparound services. No, he needs to go down to that building and get some help.
Well, everything is reimagined nowadays, and that's the new black progressive talking point.
As a matter of fact, I wanted to bring about that. They talked about the dictionary today.
Oh.
And they said that the dictionary is really not being used for what its purpose is anymore. The dictionary is being used for what you just said, changing the word to feed the narrative or to make something not mean what it really means.
Yes.
The actual meaning is there, but we clearly know the changing of words and how they're doing it to make it seem like it's something different.
Yes.
And it's false education, false knowledge, false information comes from it too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? King, again, give me the website real fast, King.
Sure. We're at WFBR1590.com. You can try to tune in at WFBR Radio 1590 AM. And you can call in at 410-761-1590 if you have any questions, comments, or you just want to, chime in. Also, you can follow us on on YouTube. No, you can follow us on YouTube and Rumble at K Thoughts. That's KAETHOUGHTS. And you can follow us on the podcast. That's the Tyrone Hour podcast, and you can find that on Spotify, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and Google.
Thank you, brother. Plus, we do, again, I say we're here at 1590, doing multiple, a variety of shows here all week long, all week long. Great shows and great music here, man. Tune in, guys. Donations are welcome anytime you feel the need that this message is, like one of my callers say that, we make people think here at the Tyrone Hour. Mm-hmm. And, I believe that making a person think is the start of change. Yeah. Remember I said King always used to say in a few shows before about shame.
Yeah.
There's no more shame anymore. We used to be, you didn't want to shame yourself or things of that nature, King. Thank you, brother, for the website and everything. Again, I say, man, I don't know if y'all see what I'm seeing in the black community, but it's almost getting to me. I mean, I don't want to say like Haiti in a sense, but did you see the little boys chasing the man down the street, trying to rob him?
Well,
chasing him down the street. Got a caller?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to him in a second. But did you see that though, King?
Yes.
Chasing the man down the street?
Yes.
Yes, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so do they need wraparound services?
Well, these are the people who they're reaching out to, because those are the ones that they're trying to get to bring into the program.
Chasing the man down the street.
But these are the people who they want to bring into the fold. They want to change them. So, what about the man that was running for his life?
His life, he seen a gun. King, again, I'm going to say, King, mischievous crimes. Remember we talked about that juvenile mischievous crimes. Now, was that considered a mischievous juvenile crime? Chasing a man down the street with a gun, scared for his life?
Well, the way that they reimagined it.
God damn it. I like when you said that, King.
Yeah, the way they reimagined it, then yes.
Damn it. Come on, King.
Well, I mean, listen.
The man was scared for his life.
But you have to reimagine it. Once you reimagine it, he was being paranoid. And there was no reason for
good call. There was no reason for him really to take off running.
No. What he did was
see some black guys.
He exacerbated the situation by running away from it. And he made it appear as if these young men were trying to do something nefarious to him.
And they probably wasn't, but he just was afraid because he seen four
They
guys.
wanted to explain to him the mechanics of the gun and where they got it from and not to use it, and to explain to his children that it's not necessary for them to have.
All in the process of the chase.
Were they chasing him?
Yeah, they were chasing him.
Oh, okay.
They chased him down the street.
Oh, wow.
He running.
He's running.
Yeah,
but it was aggressively trying to teach him.
Oh, okay. I got you. I like the way you did that, King. So is that the aggressive?
It's an aggressive way of teaching. It's a holistic way of aggressively teaching somebody about
to not panic.
Not to panic in situations that doesn't call for it.
Wow, King. I like the way you cleaned that up. You probably could work for them with that.
Wow. Don't say that,
You cleaned that up real good, King. Oh, man, that's the holistic way of thinking, huh?
Wow, Ty, you trying to tell me I'm a terrific liar. I don't like the way you said that, Ty.
So you're saying that's a mischievous crime, chasing me down the street with a gun. The other situation the other day, the four little, all of those kids were 14, 12, and what's the name of last night? They carjacked somebody.
Yeah, I was about to talk about that.
In the woods, and they got let right out.
Yeah.
See, at some point, you can't get out.
It was an armed robbery. Just so y'all know,
armed robbery.
It was an armed robbery.
Mischievous armed robbery?
They armed robbed their own little kids. Because these were children that robbed other kids. And they ended up getting caught. At gunpoint. And got caught.
Yeah.
And released.
Back to the same joint so they can look at the same little kids tomorrow down the street and mug them and threaten them with an eyeball. You know, you can threaten me with your eyes. I'm going to get you. Yeah, I ain't get you that time, but I'm going to get you. See, but I don't mind you saying that after you spend a year in jail. You think different. You think different after a year in jail, King. Mm-hmm. You get me? See, this is what the problem is. See, adults said, you know what? Again, I say, if a bull ain't shut down, he going to run crazy.
Yeah.
If a bull's not shut down, if he's not wrapped up and tied up. He gonna run and tell some stuff. We got another call. Let me call her. Caller, I'm sorry, caller.
Hi, this your mom.
Hey, Mom. Good to hear from you, Mom. I forgot all about you. I was running my mouth, Mom. Did you hear what we were talking about?
I enjoyed the conversation.
Okay, well, did you hear what we talked about, or is it something on your mind this week? Give it to us.
Well, I want to send out our condolences to the city of Baltimore because of the tragedy that happened on the bridge, and praying for the families and the people that died in that tragedy.
Thank you.
And how that is going to affect a lot of the economic resources in Baltimore for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I think our president, hopefully what he has said he's going to do, that he will do to get that bridge rebuilt.
It's over $60 million.
Work.
Yes.
Now and I'm glad that he's talking about doing that. But this is the question I want to ask you too. Why is it that when it comes to helping the people in this country, that there is never resources for them to find to help us? There are such programs as Social Security that they're trying to infiltrate and cut that out. I just saw on Facebook the other day where they say that they're going to go after people who have not paid their student loans. They're going to garnish their checks from Social Security.
Oh, yes. Now, mind you, Mom.
I'm saying to myself, you talk about all of this money that comes up to what you want to put it to or allot it to. But when it comes to the people in your states and in your cities, we are taxpayers.
Yeah.
The money, the taxes that come from us, you are using it for different things in our country, in our states, and our cities, but you're not helping the people.
Let King chime in, Ma. Let King chime in real fast.
Well, Ma, this is what I've been talking about when I said our Congressional Black Caucus. Where are they at?
What are they?
These are the people who are supposed to be advocating for us in Congress. They're supposed to be the ones saying, oh, okay, well, if y'all going to send a package out to Ukraine or Israel or wherever, then guess what? At least 10% of that package need to come to the inner cities or the urban developments, whatever it is that they are part of. It just goes to show how, they are disconnected from the real plight of black people.
All these packages, huh?
You know, all these packages are going out are aiding people that don't look anything like us. And when I say like us, I'm talking Americans, not black, not white, Americans. These people are getting things that should be rightfully ours.
Yeah, we should be rightfully ours. This money,
and that's where the money is going, Ma. This is why we can't get ahead. And our black entertainers and elites who have the money, well, again, we see what they're doing. You see what Puff do with his money instead of filtering it back.
He's going down for trafficking, King.
Good.
He's going down for trafficking.
Instead of putting the money back in the community, again, he gets out there, and his thing was, rock a vote or some mess that he came out with a few years ago, trying to, establish himself in the political field. I mean, these are, again, I talked about this last week. We are the only group of people who get entertainers, comedians, and people like that to stand in the forefront and talk about their advocating for black, for the black.
And you know what, Kingsley? We support them.
Yes.
We buy their music.
Yes.
We go to their shows.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. It's not one of them that I will spend $1
not
for
one
their
of them.
music. I will not go to their shows. I will not do any of that. They will not profit off of any of my money.
That's right.
Because I have a problem that they have the resources to help
They're not coming back. They're not coming back.
But they rather go out and they rather get married for somebody that's going to rape them dry when they leave them, and then they're going to go up like Michael Jackson came back to the black community when he got in trouble.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
as
Ma.
long as he
Yeah.
was out there in that white world, he didn't care nothing. That he
Thank
might
you.
have helped.
Uh-huh.
But what I'm saying is that I got the AARP organization. Every few days, they're sending letters here, wanting donations.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm senior citizen.
Yeah. Hey, but look, Ma, let me ask you a question. This is a question to everybody right now, King,
Okay.
about this coming back with your wealth.
Whoa.
This is where I wonder. I'm glad we went on this. Is about coming back with your wealth. Well, what is the first thing you say when you get some wealth? I ain't never coming back.
Coming back.
You're gonna leave your community.
What?
You're gonna move
And live and have a better life.
community. You're not gonna even come back.
You
and
gonna go ahead and live a what? A better life.
a better life. And guess what? They didn't realize when they came from where they came from,
Yeah.
it was a community
Yes.
where people cared
Yes.
about one another.
Yes.
People looked out for one another.
I wanted to bring
We
that
didn't-
to you.
We didn't
Yes.
have the crime, and we didn't have all of this. I can remember when the drug addicts, when we lived in Baltimore City in the 60s and the 70s, the men who did drugs would never let the older people in the community catch them with their hands
Yes.
hung down.
Yes. So
They never did that because there was respect
it was respect.
in those times.
Yeah.
But I see now, and I'm gonna say this about our vice president. I saw her on Whoopi Goldberg's show
Go
this
ahead.
week. It might have been a remake over. They asked her the question, do you believe that there is racism in America?
What'd she say?
You know she could not answer
Because
right
she-
away.
because she's not a victim of it.
She fumbled over the question.
Yes.
I mean, she was trying to get her thoughts together. And like Kingsley said, when you are confronted with racial issues, any type of issues that will cause chaos or cause you to have a problem, people shy away from it because they know that's where their bread and butter comes
I'm
from.
gonna have to let you go, Mom. Good conversation, Mom, but I'm gonna let you go here.
Just pick
Okay, you all have a good weekend and happy Easter to you.
Thank you.
Thank
Happy
you.
Easter,
Can
Mom.
I
Tell
talk about
everybody.
this a little bit?
Go ahead, King,
Yeah,
real
you
fast.
know,
Go fast.
just to support what your mother is saying. Money has replaced common sense and God. See, that was the thing that held our community together. We were poor, but we had
Common
God.
sense and God.
We had God and we had common sense. So we knew right from wrong in the God concept and common sense, or we knew what we had to do to make things,
Make
work.
things work. Yes.
You know,
We had to
so
work. Yeah, make that
what
work,
happened is that they got the money and then they put that out in front of us. And this is what now I'm going to our entertainers and our elites. They put the money in front of us and everything became party and BS. Everything was just about the flash. The flash. I gotta have a car. This car's not good enough. I need a bigger car. I need a bigger house. I need this. All these things with the house that you had was fine. Everything was about keeping up with the Joneses. And we lost who we were because money came in and it changed us. Us as black people in less than 20 years have changed the principles that we grew up on.
Well, again, King, I go back to my statement again about the destruction or the total dismantlement of the black family, the moral parts of it. King, again, I say thank you, brother. Mommy always gives her, her way of giving it. Again, I say I haven't heard anybody, we still say it all the time. Can you ever challenge what Mommy say?
Well, no, and the reason being is, when they need a distraction, they trump something up. I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now, before this whole Puffy thing blew up this week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, up until last week, it started becoming a snowball effect with LeBron James and this Balco, him taking performance enhancing drugs. When it got to the point where they were really about to start pushing that thing, then here comes this Puffy stuff. Now, what bothers me about the whole Puffy thing is, this is not nothing that's new.
Well, King, we know they've been playing this game for a while. He live up there with the FBS.
He live up there with them. So this was just a distraction. This was a distraction.
In a sense, King.
Yeah, this
when
was.
You got money like that, you buddy.
Well, I understand that.
Yeah.
This was the distraction that they needed. And I'm sorry, guys. I had to segue because Ty just said something that made me think of something. Black people, stop saying that somebody's out here trying to tear down another black person. Puffy is not black. He's rich.
Yes,
okay?
Yeah.
He's rich. And if I'm telling you now, he doesn't want to live around you and he doesn't want you living around him. Okay? He's rich. He wants to live around people who are like him. Billionaires and millionaires. He doesn't want to be around you.
King of, if you got rich today or tomorrow, the first thing you gonna do is leave to go have a better life.
Stop saying this.
So
Stop
that's
talking about
myth of that myth of black unity is so strong, ain't it?
Yeah. Stop talking about his children and what his children are going through this time and third.
Yeah,
Guess
he don't
what?
care about yours.
Guess what? Sean Puffy, P. Diddy, Diddy, Brother Love, Combs have destroyed how many other people's children?
Yeah. King, give my public service announcement, please. King. Again, it's ready to be hot, King.
Oh, boy. But they're already out, Ty.
They're already out. I know they're already out.
Squeegee's getting back to where it was a few years ago.
King.
Well, go ahead, Ty.
I got accosted the other day. I didn't want no help. I didn't need no help, King. I just washed the car.
Wow.
And I really don't like nobody to touch my baby but me. I don't know if anybody understand that. And if you touch my damn baby,
it's a
and I told you not to touch her,
it's going to be a problem.
That's a problem. Cut and dry. Now, you can tell me all this friendly, you children.
No, brother, I'm just trying to.
Want to.
No, brother, I'm just trying to.
I told you, don't touch my baby. I got a wife.
Go ahead and clear your windows.
Now, I'm going to tell you how most people call their car. I got a wife, I got a husband, and I got a baby out there with 4 wheels.
Yeah.
So, I'm putting the car next to my wife.
It's a family member.
It's a family member.
And you violate.
And I told you don't touch that.
And you violate.
All right? All right, King, again, I say here at the Tyrone Hour, every week from 11 to 12, we do a public service announcement called the Wild Squeegee Alert, King.
Yes.
If you're coming through the top of Allegheny County, St. Mary's, and matter of fact, if you go through St. Mary, because I'm going to tell you, if you go through St. Mary, King, you're going to pass Negro Mountain. You're going to pass Negro Mountain.
Okay.
All right? When you get down to Ocean City, beware of the wild squeegee crossings. Because I didn't know there was in Ocean City. Ain't Ocean City too.
They're everywhere.
In Ocean City too. Beware of the wild squeegee crossing. If you run up on them, if you put your window down, King, and give me your phone, and something goes ugly, what you do, King?
Just take it on the chin.
Take it on the chin. I had a guy the other day completed this at the barbershop. I told him about the weekly wild squeegee alone. He said, oh, wow, man, you the first one came up with that. And when I said if you put the window down and give him your phone, guess what he said? Take it on the chin. He said it before I could complete it. Before I swear to God, before I completed it, he said, take it on the chin.
Take it on the chin.
Go home and tell your family you did something stupid.
Yeah.
I stopped at the light, honey, and talked to a stranger and gave him my phone.
Yeah.
All right, but if things go crazy, and, you have to call the police. Proceed through the light with caution and call the police and give a perfect description.
Yes.
Because I don't care what age they is. You touch my baby. King.
Yeah. Violated.
King, I just put the McGuire's wax on it.
What? That's the expensive wax.
That's the expensive wax. The McGuire's. What? Okay, that's what y'all understand how serious I mean about I said my car and my wife.
Let me tell you what's funny about what you're saying, Ty. I've noticed that when my car is dirty and my window's dirty, they don't ever approach to clean the car then. It's always when my car's already clean.
Thank you, brother.
Or in the rain.
King, why do we do this, though?
Because we bear witness to women and children
in the back seats
being assaulted.
While their mother was being beat in the face for some dirty change.
Ass change.
That's what we call it here at the Tyrone Hour, ass change. Thank you, King, again for that public service announcement.
I do have one question for you, though, Ty.
Go ahead.
What do you think about these 100% electric cars that they pushing?
Well, it's coming, King. We talked about that before. You was hard on the infrastructure part, on how they're gonna be able to keep up with it and things of that nature. You were saying that it's gonna be hard in the beginning, but it's coming. I already know it's coming, King. It's coming full steam. It's coming.
Can I ask you another question, Tom?
Go ahead.
I mean, you gotta understand. I'm a Neanderthal. I'm a caveman from the back of the day.
Go ahead.
What's going to happen if there's a natural disaster, say like a hurricane or something that knocks out the power, and you have to evacuate the city or wherever you at, and the whole state is full of
electric cars?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to charge it.
Well,
there's not enough charging
box
ports.
they giving you at the house, but they're giving you a charging box at the house.
But don't you got to pay to get that installed? It's not that it's free.
But the power went out. You said it was a hurricane.
But I live in the city. I got row houses out here in the city where I live at. We don't have access
But it's coming though, King, and I get what you're saying. It's coming though, King, man. I say, King,
It's not sustainable, Ty.
Well, I get you, but it's coming. Nikola Tesla. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do, but he was offering stuff for free. The Tesla that's out now charging
That's why they killed him.
On the leg.
That's why they killed him. They got rid of him, too, because he wanted to give free electricity to everybody.
Yeah.
King, I tell you,
you know what I'm noticing? Yeah. Anytime somebody comes out and they want to do something to help the world community, they kill them.
Yeah, you get rid of them. King, opening day was this week, guys. Opening day. Did I talk about that yet, King? Opening day.
No, I got problems with opening day.
Opening day started, King. I got something for you too in a minute, though. Okay. I got something for you. Opening day was tremendous. It was a great day, King. It was a great day, King. The bats were rolling. The stands was filled. You know what I mean? Everything was rolling. It was a good day downtown for us, man.
I didn't get to see the game.
Well, see, I told you, King. It was on Masson. It was on Masson. Hopefully today we'll get to see a local game on one of our local stations.
It's a local team, isn't it?
That's what it's supposed to be, because they're robbing us of that now. You can't.
He play right downtown.
You guys stream it though, King. Maybe. All right, King. But what a great performance, King. Our young bats were rolling. Cedric Mullins looks great. He looks great. I like Cedric Mullins and Santaria, and man, we got that new pitcher, King. He did his job real good, man. Everything was good, man. I told you we lost Batista for a year.
But that's a good thing we lost him now, so that he has time to heal and get into rehab, so he be ready this time next year.
Great, King. And I wanted to talk about a little bit of about schooling and stuff, King. Right now, Baltimore is one of the highest budgeted school systems in the country, I believe.
That's it.
In the country? Am I right?
Yeah.
And
that's the song. That's the album.
So are we the highest paid, and the only people getting the money in the youth is the people who work in there. The students ain't getting none of it, man. Still have schools with no AC, still to this day.
Baltimore. We're talking about Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland.
$850 million in infrastructure money. Well, again,
you forgetting the forgetting the $4.3 billion of Kerwin money that they put into the system that they can't pay for. But go ahead.
Yeah, King. Again, I say, man, are we really working towards change, or are we just rapping?
Well,
so did you like what I just said? Are we really working towards change, or are we just rapping?
We reimagining what change is.
And back to I was saying too, King, about what I said last week. I said, when you said about our values and things of that nature, these are our values.
These are our values.
Chaos and gossip.
These are our values.
And stealing from each other.
And
changing new names and putting new names.
And reimagining
quality
everything.
of life crimes.
Yeah.
No, you broke in somebody's house.
I don't even know what that means. A quality of life crime.
No, you stole his flower pot.
So I'm gonna tell you what a quality of life crime is.
Quality of life.
If you get caught, in unconventional circumstances, you might get hurt.
So quality of life mean that he did this crime because he don't have a job or something. That's what they mean by this. Because I'm still,
he's disadvantaged.
I got common sense.
Hold on, Tom.
But I'm not.
He disadvantaged.
Huh?
Yeah, that's your thing. He
no
disadvantaged.
wraparound services.
He disadvantaged, Ty.
And no wraparound services.
He disadvantaged.
God damn it, King. How long we gonna use this, King?
Well, it's been working. Is slavery been working?
Slavery still working.
Slavery still working.
It's still working.
Racism from slavery still working.
Yeah, you know how I classify this show when I talk to people outside. I say, how you doing, man? I say, man, I have a radio show. I said, it's Tyrone Hour, you know what I mean? I said, I'm not a traditional black show. He said, what you mean by traditional black show? I said, most traditional black shows consistently talk about the white man and the government. I said, that's not what we do here at the Tyrone Hour. Mm-hmm. We actually want to know what you're going to do when it's your turn to be the adult in the room. Yeah. That's the way I believe life is looked at. You know, we grow up, we start off in families, or we start off in foster homes, or whatever it may be, but you start off small. Then you grow up and you do things. You get me, King? Mm-hmm. And then it becomes your turn to be
the adult in the room.
The adult in the room, the responsible citizen on the planet. Yeah. The one to keep the planet going on, the one to help keep the wheat growing and things of that nature. What are you going to do? That's what our show's about here at the Tyrone Hour. You know what I mean? Because when I hear out in the streets of our communities, I hear our women say our women in family center, they're not cooking anymore. The number one thing of success of a family, the Neanderthals would go out for 2 weeks trying to get what? Meat to bring home for the family. So that's what the Tyrone Hour show is about, man. It's about basically, King, can you give us our 5-step point where we talk about what accountability?
Accountability, responsibility, personal accountability, emotional.
That's the number one. That's the number one, I believe.
Emotional accountability. I mean, there's and again, you know, what is it? Personal discipline.
Personal discipline.
You know, because you have to. If you can't discipline yourself, who can discipline you?
Who can discipline you? You're actually a rogue. You're an
animal.
You're an animal. Good call, King. You know what? That rolled off of both our tongues just like
you're an animal. Because again, you know, I've been obsessed with learning about, you know, before Adam and Eve.
Yes,
you know,
we love that. I love that.
Yeah,
time before time.
And one of the things that I've learned, you know, with the genetic manipulation, and you know, that's the sinning that God was talking about. Yeah. Some of these people had monsters. That's what they called them.
They called them monsters.
And they said that, you know, when they went to eat, they didn't eat like how normal people ate. No. He's like, they attacked the food like how an animal would. They would attack food. Yeah. So they were a subspecies, and this walked the face of the earth, even though you guys might not believe it. So this is what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. You know, these are the things that we're talking about.
You know, we see. You know, we spent the whole. How long was Mosley in there? 8 years?
8 years.
So 8 years of Herman, 4 years of Brandon. They got there together, and said she had 4 before Brandon got there, right?
Yes, I think 6 before Brandon got there because she gone.
They were together as a unit for 4.
Well,
until she lost the job.
I think something along those lines, yeah.
You know, so man, for those couple years, man, you know, our mayor and our system, to defund the police and. You know, oh man, so many weird things were being thrown out there, man. And our country is suffering right now. Most of these weird places had these weird ideas, King. They don't have any police forces anymore.
Well, see, I'm not going to be as kind as you. I'm going to call it out. Okay, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York,
Chicago,
Minneapolis.
You call them out. Call them out.
Racine.
These are all black entities, right?
Yeah, these are all black. You know, all the cities, inner cities in Connecticut, Camden, New Jersey, all these places where black people are running the show.
King, Tyrone and Kingsley, do they like black people? Are they black? They seem like they're not black because they keep talking about. You know.
Well, see, we lived a real black experience, so we only telling it from our point of view. So, you know, those who gone through what we've gone through, they understand it. The pretend ones are the ones that are out here talking and saying the things that they're saying.
That's why I just threw this at you, kid. And
I say that.
The way we talk, sometimes people be like, damn, are they anti-black?
Well, you got to understand, Ty, you know, much like the state of the city that's going to come on after us, we don't sit down and have meetings amongst ourselves and then break and then go to our show and decide to implement the same thing everywhere. But that's what these mayors are doing. They're having a meeting amongst mayors all over the country. And they bring them all in, and then they come together with these ridiculous ideas of how to reimagine how black people should live. And these are the same people who don't understand the true destiny or the true plight of black people.
I love black people.
But you're not black, Ty, even though you darker than me.
Or are we Uncle Toms because of where we're talking?
Well, I already told you.
About that last week.
I told you. Listen. I wear the badge of Uncle Tom.
All they do is talk bad about. No, we don't talk bad about.
No, because if they listening, we talk good about good black people. We highlight the negative, and that seems to be the prevailing thing that everybody is gravitating towards. Yeah. The negative aspect of black culture is what white America and the whole world is consumed with. This is why the hip hop community is the way that it is, and it has such an influence because of its negative connotations that they're constantly putting out there. And because of it, everybody's gravitating towards the negative.
King, I said before, man, about you brought up about the, where we going in politics. We're putting comedians and athletes up there now.
Yeah.
To run for. So I always tell you.
And rappers who can't even put a sentence together.
And I listen to one. I always tell you about the guy I listen to. I didn't want to mention his name, but I mentioned to him some other day, and man, he just sounds just so bitter, man. And he's talking this black stuff, but yet he's a rich man.
That's why he's talking.
Very rich.
Okay.
He's talking this stuff as though, he understands us again. No, brother, you will never come back here again, ever. You're living a good life, and guess what? You continuously want to live that good life.
And he's talking about one of the kings of comedies. We're not going to mention his name because these guys are extremely sensitive.
Yes, they are.
So, we might get a cease and disorder.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man.
If we mention his name. But he's right. Again, another rich, out-of-touch comedian who thinks that they are speaking for black people when they haven't been black since,
That's
when Def Jam come out?
Once you get them golf clubs, and you heard what they said now.
Once you get
those golf clubs, you are a different black guy. Cut and dry, King. I'm glad I brought that up.
You're not black. You rich.
Once you get those,
once you get the golf clubs, you drop the black and you become a rich guy.
You become a different guy.
You're no longer a black man. You're just a rich man.
And you see Steph Curry's and all of them and the Jordans and again, on the golf course and everything.
The Steph Curry's beloved by everybody. He came out, him and his wife, they wanted to put developments by where he lived at. But these developments was like $750,000 to $1 million homes. He was like, he signed a petition. I don't want that next to me.
I
want you to understand, when these people become rich, and they ascend to where they're at a level,
to ascend to that better life,
they get to that level. They are no longer black. They are rich.
Thank you, King.
And that's how they look at themselves. And they would not be caught dead with you. They just want to exploit your sons and your daughters. We got a caller?
Caller, how you doing? Good morning. Give it to us.
Wonderful. I like to say that since I've been studying the Caucasian race, in terms of how they live, what they live for, money.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, money.
So I'm saying, no matter how you look at it, my brother.
Yes, sir.
It needs to be destroyed, the babies and all. Because they're destroying our babies. They're killing our young men. People don't talk about that because they're scared of the police or being investigated. I'm telling you, we have to do something about these Caucasians because they're going to try to destroy all of us as a people.
I hear you, sir. I hear you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for calling in, man. Again, you called last week, man. Thank you for calling in again, man. We appreciate your opinions, man. You know what I mean? But again, I say, opinions and, are we able to challenge the opinions with an open mind.
Yes.
You know, because you brother said that these white folks are killing us brothers. You know, if this was 1873, I would say yeah.
Yeah, but it's
If
2024.
this was 1621, I would say yeah. But this 2024, sir, and I get your point about the understanding and the white guys and all the stuff that you've seen through time and the George Floyds and things of that nature. But you didn't mention anything about us killing ourselves, you know? I believe that why is that question not the question that will never raise ugly head in the black community, King? Because again, I say, King, I heard the brother, and the brother's going outside and saying that, it's another entity, again, the same entity that we've been dealing with for 400 years over here, the white man or the Caucasian or the government.
Well, let me show you the difference, Tom.
Give it to me real fast.
The white man, see, I'm going to use their words now.
Yeah.
The white man has studied the black man to the point that he knows us. So it's easier for him to put things in place to destroy us, because he knows us better than we know ourselves at this point. But we haven't studied the white man as diligently as he has studied us. And because of it, we keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe. See, if that's the way that you want me, if that's the way you want me to go with it, that'll be one thing. And I can almost say that. But at this point, it's black people who are now in the positions of power in these systems.
Yes,
and they can change it. I just talked about how we had a mayor, our mayor, come on TV and embarrass the whole Baltimore. They probably think all of us is vaginified over here. It's just him. Okay?
Yeah, King. Again,
it's just him.
He automatically talked to strangers. King.
He automatically talked to strangers.
Yeah,
he gave them the power to destroy him by acknowledging them.
He gave the whispers power. King,
by acknowledging them.
We have another caller, King, that called in and he clearly said the same old narrative about, the white man's killing us. The white man's doing this to us. And yes, you are right in some areas, sir. But this is 2000 what, King?
24.
This is 2024, sir. That narrative, we've been beating that narrative for a long time, man.
That's that dead
long time. That's that dead horse we keep beating. If you keep beating a dead horse, eventually it becomes a husk. There's nothing in it anymore. So you just beating a rug like. You know how you take a rug out and you beat it?
You're just
beating the rug.
Dust
out of it now. How long are we gonna beat this white dust out of us? You get me?
Yeah.
How long are we gonna do this, King?
See, I've long since realized that they, if that was the case, they don't mean me no good. But I always talk about this. Ty, you worked with me. My biggest challenge wasn't white folks in corporate America. No. It was black folks.
It was black folks.
It was the black folks. It was the reverse racism. It was them that was writing me up and report me to the quote-unquote white boss, because he was over top of all of us. And he loved how I worked. He couldn't get enough of me.
But he would take the words in from them.
But he would take the words of the hired hitmen.
He's hired hitmen.
The hired black guys that are over top, that again, that are detached from the real plight of black America, and would understand what I was going through, but would use exactly that to exploit his position of authority.
I was supposed to have some callers today, but things went a little south, right?
Well,
and things went a little south. I was supposed to have some calls and everything,
well,
but because things didn't go the right way.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask everybody a question? When y'all go to fill out an application.
Yeah, thank you, King. This is my number one thing. Go ahead, King.
When y'all go to fill out an application at a job, do y'all check the box that says, I'm here to make friends?
Is that on there?
Is it even on the application?
What about black people stick together? Is that on the application?
Oh, we gonna socialize and we gonna fight the power.
We gonna have fun. Is that on any application you ever seen? Well, it's in the Black Minds application.
Yeah.
When you get on majority's jobs, the first thing your co-worker, if he's black, these black people don't stick together.
Hey man, where you from?
Where you from?
Oh yeah, you don't know such. Hey man, you better watch girlfriend over there, because she.
What's my thing? I told him, King. I told him bottom line. I never knew you. When you get black, white, or green, I came here for one reason to this job. to make money for me and my family.
That's it.
That's it, and that's all. I don't know where you came at with this black myth of unity on the jobs. That's this. It's black myth of unity. Like, it's just like if I came in here at this radio station, and there was a white woman over there. You get me? And now we got a black woman. So now, because I have a black woman here, she's supposed to give me a little bit more leniency on certain things.
Supposed to let the time go a little longer.
Let the time go a little longer. Because she understand me. She want to help me get the message out.
Yeah. Because she understands you.
Yeah, no, that's not the way things work.
It's not business.
It's not business, right?
That's not what she was hired for.
It's not what she was hired for.
She was hired to run the program to a time.
She just met your name when you walked in here.
I don't know you.
So where did you get the unity?
I don't know you.
I don't know you. I just want to.
I know you might think we know each other. I don't know you.
I just want to make money and go home to my family.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm here for.
I'm just going to be as cordial as I can, and if that doesn't work.
To all black people, can you please leave that narrative alone on these jobs? Can you please stop going to these places and assuming that all of us
one more thing. And women, please stop thinking that every man on the job trying to holler at you.
Yeah.
We really just there to take care of our family.
To make money.
That's it.
I said, King, we had a great show, King. I said, Mommy called in as usual. The new brother called in. I forgot his name. Didn't get his name. What's his name?
Charles. Yeah.
That's not Al Charles.
That's not Al Charles. That's a new Charles.
Mr. Charles, again, man, appreciate you calling in, man. Look from you from next week, man, because I like your perspective, man, on things because, and to me, it's actually an old way of looking at things, and us as modern day blacks. Black Americans or Americans or however you want to call it, we looking at things a little bit more different. We want money now. We want money. Money is the way. Talk ain't the way no more.
Money is the way.
We need a package now.
Yeah, money is
the
God.
All those packages being given out, it's time for the black package, y'all.
Well, we need the Congressional Black Caucus. Yeah, time
for the black package.
But we need the Congressional Black Caucus.
We've seen these packages going out for the last 5 or 4 years to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yes. And King, you brought up this thing about all these packages. 1% of one of these packages should assist all Americans to be a little bit more better.
Can I say it?
Go ahead.
I believe that when these packages go out to help all these other countries and war-torn nations, that at least 10% of whatever money that they allocate for them should go to the communities that are in America that needs
American citizens
that needs that assistance. And I'm talking about a large percentage of all American cities. Because that's where the money is really needed, in the inner cities.
Thank you, brother. We need a stipend, pretty much what you're saying. We need a stipend.
I don't want to call it that, but we need a stipend.
They switch the name and everything. We're going to switch it out anyway. King, we're going to get up out of here now. Let Brother Dern get on up in here.
So make a way for some.
You know what I mean? Again, I say, man, here at WFBR 1590 every day, every Saturday from 11 to 12. We strive to bring power, dignity, and class. Have a great weekend with the class.
Yeah.